African American women are vital to the communities that we serve. We are mothers, daughters, sisters, teachers, caretakers, community activists, and so much more.
We cannot afford to lose anyone. COVID-19 has devastated our community by affecting our families with prolonged illness and hospitalization, disrupting our children's education, and affecting the way we live, work, and worship.
Vaccines are our opportunity to get back to our work, but more importantly, to keep us out of the hospital and back into the communities that we know and love.
Sisters, work together for common goals, and we have so much work to do in the community. As African American women, we are the pulse of our community.
Sisters, we have work to do.
Get the vaccine.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
What's happening, everybody? It is showtime, the Geno Jones Showtime. I guess you figured that out. You can see the sign behind me, right? So I come to you live Monday through Friday. If you're watching me live in the barbershop, in the hair salon, maybe in the airport, maybe at the house on your tablet, on your smartphone, on your big screen TV. You got YouTube. You can pull me up on your television live right now. So Monday through Friday, I do this thing called the Geno Jones Show live. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago. Shout out to my mother, Mary Dixon, and my baby girl, Allie Jones, watching her daddy. And my mother, she always watches. She's like my number one fan. And I call her my unpaid executive producer. We're working on that budget. All right. And if you're out on the West Coast where my firstborn daughter is, Miss Lauren Hill, I'm up in Portland, Oregon, or maybe hanging out with my people in LA, Dre Russell, and my man Ken Wilson, Dre Russell, and the crew at KJLH Radio, Stevie Wonder's radio station in Los Angeles, 3:30 p.m. So listen, please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show on the Geno Jones YouTube channel. You and everybody you know, everybody that you like, that you love, that you really ain't that crazy about, folks you can't stand, folks you hate, I don't care. Tell them all to subscribe. Tina Turner had a song called Simply the Best, and it is simply the best, the biggest, the baddest in the business, the Geno Jones Show. There you go. I'm rocking my bad hair week, doing my Frankie Beverly impersonation here. Oh, bless your heart, y'all. Oh, bless your heart, y'all. Joy and pain. I wish I could sing like Frankie. All right. As you see, we have a lot of fun. So please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, share, like, and binge watch this and every episode. My guest, you'll see him on camera in a few. He is the next future Southern Soul and R&B star. Got a new song and a hell of a story. Miss Fine Thing, Mr. Hollywood, is going to be my guest. You'll see him shortly. Let me start off. Got some birthdays today, celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday to Tamika Tiny Harris of Escape and the wife of Mr. Clifford T.I. Harris. So Tiny, Miss Tamika Tiny Harris is 47 today. Happy birthday, Tiny. What up there? What up there, woman? Also celebrating a birthday today for all my fans, all my football fans, especially if you are a New York Jets fan or if you are Bin Laden, Satan, and Orange Hitler's team, the Patriots. He won a Super Bowl with them dudes. Talking about Mr. Darrell Reeves, a.k.a. Reeves Island. And they called him Reeves Island because he was so bad. So the man that he was guarding, he got lost. So he got lost on Reeves Island because Reeves was so good you couldn't even get to do the ball. But he never played against me. So I'm just saying in my prime. Happy birthday to Darrell Reeves. He is 37 today. Now, the Denmark Veasey celebration started today here in Charleston, South Carolina. So, for those who don't know, Denmark Veasey, he was an enslaved person. He obtained his freedom But he said, you know what? Just because I got my freedom, I can't forget about my brothers and sisters. So Denmark Vesey went back to free his fellow enslaved brothers and sisters. He led this incredible rebellion. Just Google the Denmark Vesey rebellion, and he took a lot of folks out. But he was eventually captured, and he was killed. He was murdered along with some other men who assisted him in the uprising to free the enslaved African people who were here in America. As a matter of fact, and he was sold out by somebody that looked like him, that just dry snitched on him. Like I always say, skin folk ain't always kinfolk. Don't let that pigmentation, don't let that melanin fool you. Just because they look like you, just because they skin got the same melanin and darkness and the same skin tone, skin folk ain't always kinfolk. Just want to give you a heads up on that. So it's a big Denmark Vesey celebration weekend in conjunction with this is going to be a brand new, soon to be opened African American Museum here. The International African American Museum, along with the Mother Emanuel Church, historic church. Also, that is the site of one of the most atrocious and heinous, hideous massacres in America's history. 9 beautiful souls 7 years ago in 2015 murdered inside the Mother Emanuel Church. So that church, along with the International African American Museum that's soon to be open, along with some other folks here, are putting on this Denmark Vesey celebration. And tomorrow night, it's kind of like the highlight, Anthony Hamilton, who's got a brand new song on everything that I've been playing on the show. We'll play it tomorrow, Friday. You know, we kind of kick off the weekend and get the party going. As a matter of fact, shout out to Anthony Hamilton and LaToya London, who was my guest Monday. And we showed that brand new video on everything, and she told the story about it. So it's a huge weekend. If you can make it down to Charleston, South Carolina, beautiful city, come on down. We're going to have a great time. The celebration, you can learn a lot about the history of Denmark Vesey and the history about the Mother Emanuel AME Church, and learn about this incredible museum that's going to be opening up, the International African American Museum. So, all right, my guest is the next. He's got next. You know how they say, like if you're playing basketball, you know, you go in a neighborhood, you go in a city, nobody knows you. You say, hey, who got next? Well, this brother's got next in terms of being a future Southern soul and R&B star. He has got a new song, a new hit. It is new fire. It's called Miss Fine Thing. And he's got a hell of a story. Successful businessman. So we're going to let you tell him. I'm going to let him tell you all about it. There he is on camera. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Geno Jones Show. Mr. Hollywood, what's happening, man?
What's up, Geno? If it's all right, it's all night.
Mr. Hollywood,
ooh, baby.
Mr. Hollywood on the MF show. My man Bernie Mac would say, I ain't scared of you, mother suckers.
That's right.
Well, and listen,
What's good, Geno?
you got the Mr. Hollywood, Miss Fine Thing drip on. I see you got the whole. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Got the merchandise, the whole, got the drip, the whole, got the cigar. So we're going to let it, so there's a story behind the cigar, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to let Mr. Hollywood tell you about that, because he's not just a performer and a Southern soul and R&B singer, future star. He's a successful businessman. But let's talk about this recording career. So
Yes, sir.
full disclosure, everybody, I've known this man, this brother. I've been here 17 years, so I've probably known him that long. So he is a concert promoter. He's brought some of the biggest names in the business here to the Low Country. So he's gone from promoting concerts. Hell, he's gonna have to be. Well, the good thing, you can be your own concert promoter and performer.
So you know, there's only one man that did that, right?
Who's that? Tell me.
That's James Brown.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, you know what? Full disclosure, I gotta, James was not the only person.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you who also, and I know this because I actually emceed one of his shows, but he had somebody working with him. But, Prince was doing that.
Okay.
Because as a matter of fact, Prince, shout out to Billy Sparks. The guy who
Okay.
played his manager in the movie, you know who Billy Sparks is in Purple
Right.
Rain. That was he and Billy. He worked together for years, and so Prince would promote his own shows. He did one in Memphis. This was before I came. Obviously, before I came here. So it was like the late 1990s, early 2000s, somewhere around in here, because I got here in 2005. Yeah, but very few people did that. So I want you to tell everybody the story of how Mr. Hollywood, the singer, the R&B Southern Soul singer and performer, came to be.
So I've been singing my whole life. All right. A lot of people don't know that. So, and on the Southern Soul side, in 2000, I want to say 2009. 2009 is when I started doing secular music. I did gospel all the way up from seventh, eighth grade up until 2008.
Wow.
All right. Then I
Okay.
rolled into secular when I started running bars and clubs and stuff like that. And LJ brought in Lacey and Librado. Brought in
Now-
Lacey over at East Cooper Disco.
So let me
I
jump
heard that
in.
and-
Let me jump in for a second. For those who are
Uh-huh.
watching this around the country and around the world, because the Geno Jones Show is global, LJ is just a businessman, been very successful here in the community. He's a staple here in the
Right.
community, and probably Hollywood, one of your mentors. Would it be safe to say that he would be
One of
one
my
of your
mentors.
mentors? Yes.
Exactly. So we started. When I heard that, I was like, man, that sounds good. And that was I called him. I said, what kind of music is that? He said Southern Soul. Now, there was another guy that's in the market, to the late Frankie Big Bopper, that's kind of breaking into some Southern Soul music and artists in this market. And I said, you know what? Because even though I've been doing gospel and I started doing secular and I started doing some festivals, I knew Southern Soul was my niche because I like Southern Soul music because in the church world, it's quartet.
Yeah.
All right. So if you know about quartet, then you got that. You got that stomp.
Yeah.
So
Come on.
that's all me. In 2013, I was helping another bar open downtown, and I get hungry a lot. So they got there late, so I figured I'm gonna go get me something to eat. When I go get me something to eat, I got hit, crossing the street. So I should have been paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah, I remember.
All right.
Man. Yeah.
Giving you the story. 2 or 3 years prior to that, I've been working with Funk Fest, that's Leo. And so I did a lot of marketing and passing out flyers and all that kind of stuff. 2013, I got hit, and Blue Magic brought me back, and they said, well, if we bring you back to Blue Magic, what can you do to start? So we brought in Betty Wright. Okay.
And for those who don't know,
Betty
Blue Magic,
Wright.
not the R&B group from back in the day. Blue Magic is a venue here in the Low Country.
No, you talk about R&B, not the drug back in the day.
And not that either.
Right. So,
well, there was
Blue
an R&B
Magic
group,
bar,
Blue Magic. Let the sideshow
Right.
begin. So.
So they brought me back. They said, we want to build a business back up and do this and do that. So I said, we need to book Betty Wright. All right. So we booked Betty Wright. She came here, and I told the late Betty Wright that I like her music and that I'm interested in doing music. So this time we've been back and forth about me coming down to Miami and sitting down with her road manager and things like that. So we had a little bit of music that was on some tracks, and I never got back down there or entertained it. So that, kind of washed away when she passed. Me and my brother, Shelton Dessasson, we call him Beatman Fresh or Futuristic Fresh, and me and him have been not blood, but you don't got to be blood to be family. Okay. So we grew up traveling, singing this place and that place, and we always talked about doing a record for myself. He's like, man, you got that niche, man. You can sing, you can you can dance, you can do this, you can do that. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So I had a couple of years, and we sit down at my house and we started writing this fine thing. He did a verse and I did a verse, and we came up with a hook. And So then I had tax season. I left off a couple of months.
Now, what year
That's
was
probably
this when you first wrote
This
the
is
song?
probably 2019.
Okay.
2019. All right. 2019. And then we came back and tapped into it a little bit in 2021. So we had it already written.
Okay.
All right. So we came in. I got into the studio, which we had all the verses, all the chorus, and he already went through 3 different streams of music, or streams or styles of music. All right. So the third one was the final one. He said, "Okay, time to put it on. Time to put it on. I guess they say wax, right?" All right. So we did that. I went into the studio. About 3 hours later, this fine thing is done. In the midst of us doing that, we did another one. All right. We ain't gonna get into that one right now. However, Southern Soul, you know, I'm friends with Omar Cunningham and Jeff Floyd and Ronnie Bell. I mean, I travel with Ronnie Bell with a band from Charleston that he likes. So he likes for me to book his band and take it on the road with him. I've been on the road with Jeff Floyd. I've booked Omar and other places. Like I book a lot of artists,
Right.
you know. So I understand, you know, what they go through as traveling and being an artist and going on shows and stuff like that. But I just like having fun. All right. This right here is fun to me. You know, I like the music. I dance to my music. I dance to other folks' music. But it's you know, I'm just doing everything I want to do right now.
I love it.
Why
not?
I can do it.
Why not? Why not? The only person that can put limitations really on us is ourselves. You know, always bet on yourself.
Right.
Always believe in yourself. I don't gamble, but they say in Vegas, always bet on black. And I say in life, always bet on yourself. And Hollywood, you did it, brother. So when is the album coming out? So the single is out. People can download the music.
Of the single releases tonight at 12:01 on all platforms.
I love it. I love it.
Tonight at 12:01. Tonight.
You doing that Beyonce thing. 12:01, y'all. Go ahead and you can officially download that joint.
You can officially download it. You can get it. I know we sent a couple of tracks, or some folks asked for instrumental, radio version, the long version, and we have it all.
I got you.
We have it all. So I do want to shout out my team, Beatman Fresh, his label Third Born Entertainment, and Jennifer with my music, PR, media music, management group, Uncle Roy Lee. Actually, I started under Leroy. I started under Leroy in 1998.
Wow.
1998. I started under Leroy with gospel, and I ran his gospel company, which is called Hype Gospel Music Network, for about 4 or 5 years. And so everything that I'm basically doing right now really kind of came from the fertilizer that Leroy put on that seed. You know,
all those seeds you planted led up to this, and now now the harvest is here, Mr. Hollywood.
Right.
That's the harvest right there.
This is fun, man.
So when is the album coming out? I'm pretty sure you're working on album, EP. You got a release date on that?
Well, we already got another one already finished, and we are working on 3 more.
Okay.
So we're gonna really pound and give you guys some good music. Matter of fact, we're gonna give you a story.
I love it.
All right. We're gonna give you a story. So we're gonna go from this fine thing and we're gonna talk about a little tushy and we're gonna slow it down for you. But it's gonna be great. You know, if you like good music, we're gonna give it to you.
I love it. I love it. Now, before I let you get out of here, I know you're running out of time. Listen, you are a successful businessman. As a matter of fact, folks, you see Mr. Hollywood with that cigar. Well, there's a purpose. There's a purpose to that cigar and a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got one of the top cigar bars here in the Low Country, and one of the nicest ones that I've seen anywhere in the country. So why don't you tell everybody about that? So when they come down to check you out, they can run by your cigar bar before they check you out doing your thing live.
So, Lux Cigar Lounge, the only luxury cigar lounge in the Low Country, uh, black owned, and we are in Monk's Corner, 415 Corner Square Plaza. You can look it up on the website, luxcigarlounge.com, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And right now, the vibe is second to none in the Low Country. Shouts out to my uncle up in Charlotte, Preston Gray, Taylor Smoke. That's my mentor in the cigar industry. My auntie, Christine Russell Morgan, she's also a mentor with my mobile. So I have a brick and mortar and a mobile cigar
There
lounge.
you go.
So we travel and give you that experience that you can't get if you don't go to the lounge. So that's us.
And if you're balling out, you're having like a huge event, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Hollywood, they can contact you and you can bring the experience. Right. You can bring the experience to the event.
We do a lot of events, private events. We do groundbreakings. We do all the steeplechase horse races. We do events with the DOD. You name it, we do. We just did the charity golf tournament with J. Alexander Martin from FUBU and the guy that's on Storage Wars, NASCAR drivers. So we did that in Charlotte. We do a lot of events up in the DMV. We travel Tennessee. You name it, we travel.
I love it. So can people watching us right now, can they order that drip, the Mr. Hollywood, Miss Fine Thing t-shirts? And I'm sure you got.
So you would be able to order this. This will be available on the website. Actually, you can go to my website now, luxcigarlounge.com.
Okay.
And or you can go on our page and put a request in. But my internet team is actually putting it together where they can go ahead and implement it on there. You can order it, your size, V-cut, crew neck, women's style, men's style, all that good stuff. You can order it on there. And if you want to get a Lux shirt too now.
All right. Get the whole gig. Get the whole damn wardrobe. There you go.
Get it all.
Get it all.
I got to do a hat.
I was gonna mention that. I was gonna ask you off camera, but I wanted to add, that's got to be coming because everybody that knows you, they know you for your lids, and you got the cold credit lids.
My shades and my hats, and
there you go. That's
fancy wear.
That's what makes you wouldn't be Mr. Hollywood if you got to come on now. If we're gonna do this thing, we got to do it right.
I'm gonna tell you now, my clothes don't make me. Okay, what the Hollywood name came from my mother and my sister. All right, I've always wore shades and suits. I'm having a suit right now, but I always wore shades and suits from grade school all the way up into high school. Now, when I got in high school, I used to get teased, church boy and this and that, but I didn't care about that. I didn't have a book bag. I had a briefcase. All right, I wanted to go to school different. When I got to eighth grade, I started singing, getting in the choir, the chorus and all that kind of stuff. And then that kind of carried over into high school. And we started this gospel choir with different high schools. And then we combined all the high schools and end up being Perfect Praise. We traveled with Focus, which is another gospel group that's in Charleston. We didn't travel so much. I've been around Bobby Jones and Kirk Franklin and Albertina Walker. I've been around all them, for years, in the radio station. Even, when Chef was doing his thing, it was a different radio station at the time, different company. Yeah. But I've been around it for, I don't know how long. And now that it's coming to the forefront, I ain't a shy mother.
No,
I like talking to folks.
I can co-sign for that. The brother ain't shy. Right. That's why he's on the show with me. That's why we vibed.
Like they said, when you come on, just have a conversation.
Yes.
If it's all right, it's all night.
Let's just talk about it. That's the song title right there. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Hollywood, Miss Fine Thing. You can download it at all your music streaming platforms. 12:01 a.m. tonight, Thursday night, technically Friday morning. And listen, you got to let us know when you're going on tour because I know we're running out of time. But when you get your tour dates, I want you to come on back. Maybe we could do something where you could do like a little virtual thing live on the Geno Jones Show, that Miss Fine Thing live performance on the show, the way we hooking it up right now.
we can do your show from the lounge.
Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm feeling
That'll be
that.
great.
We're gonna talk about that.
That'll be great.
Mr.
Get other
Hollywood.
folks come in and talking and this and that, and then we can
It's
make
done.
it happen.
We'd have made it happen.
Okay.
Mr. Hollywood, listen, all jokes aside, like I said, full disclosure, I've known this brother. I'm really proud of him. I'm happy for him because he's doing him. You know, nobody can beat you being the best version of yourself. And you've always
Right.
done that. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Know that you always have a home and a platform here on the Geno Jones Show.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man.
Thank
I
you,
can't
sir.
wait to hear. I already heard the song. I love it, y'all. Y'all can't wait. 12:01. Y'all gonna be dancing, waking up the whole house and the neighbors dancing around the house. Shout out to all the Miss Fine Things in the world. All these beautiful black queens. This song is for you, really for all the women, but especially for our queens. We got nothing but love for you. Mr. Hollywood, we appreciate you, man. We'll see you back on the show soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, man. All right, that's my dude. Good dude there. And it is really, it's a party anthem, you all. Trust me. As soon as we get the video, you will see it here on the Geno Jones Show. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. Monday through Friday, I do it live. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist. I know. I'll see him Monday. The official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts out in Goose Creek, South Carolina, part of the Charleston, South Carolina Metro. You can check him out on Instagram, KLB Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, she is the drip director, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Watching her daddy right now, along with her grandma, my number one fan, my mom, Mary Dixon. You can check her out. I believe it's so she's got it like a new Instagram page. It's LX, L is in Lexi, X is in extra, I believe, dot NC, N is in Nancy, C is in Charlie, L is in Lexi, underscore. And then she's got Lexi with two X's, LEXXIE dot Nicole underscore designs. All right, everybody. Tomorrow, the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern as we jump off the weekend, the Denmark Veasey celebration weekend happening right here in Charleston. Anthony Hamilton performing live. You'll get a chance to see his new song, new video with LaToya London, who was my guest Monday. They do his song, Just Do It Together. And if you haven't seen it, you can check out the show. Go back and watch Monday's episode, or you can do that and then tune in tomorrow. You'll get a chance to see it. Guess what? Guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to see the play Hamilton right now. I love y'all, but I'm out of here. And as always, leave you with these words. Please be blessed, and let's all pray for peace. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
African American women are vital to the communities that we serve. We are mothers, daughters, sisters, teachers, caretakers, community activists, and so much more.
We cannot afford to lose anyone. COVID-19 has devastated our community by affecting our families with prolonged illness and hospitalization, disrupting our children's education, and affecting the way we live, work, and worship.
Vaccines are our opportunity to get back to our work, but more importantly, to keep us out of the hospital and back into the communities that we know and love.
Sisters, work together for common goals, and we have so much work to do in the community. As African American women, we are the pulse of our community. Sisters,
We have work to do.
get the vaccine.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.